Hello everyone, welcome back to Indiana Kayak Fishing Journal. Last weekend, Kelly and I got the opportunity to go up to Northwest Indiana up by Lake Michigan and do some steelhead fishing. I have to give a huge shout out to my parents. They were gracious enough to watch our baby for us basically the whole day while we were gone. You know, to get up there for us, it's a 2 hour trip there and a 2 hour trip back. So at minimum, if you fish for a couple hours, it's at least going to be a 6 or an 8 hour day at minimum. So like I said, a huge shout out to my parents for watching Maggie for us so we could go up there and do that. A couple years back was the first time I took Kelly steelhead fishing, and I haven't taken her since, but that day she came so close to catching so many fish. She probably had 4 or 5 fish that she was just like within a hair's width of actually catching. And she didn't actually manage to seal the deal, never got her hands on a fish that day. So last weekend we were looking for some redemption for her, and she definitely got it. Now, when I see steelhead videos posted, a lot of people are float fishing and they're always looking for like bobber downs, and everybody's all excited about bobber downs. And I definitely recognize that float fishing is a very effective way to catch steelhead. I've done it before. I've caught fish float fishing, and watching a bobber go down is just absolutely awesome. That's one of the main reasons I love to crappie fish, is just watching the float drop and then hooking a nice crappie and pulling them up. So like I said, I understand the appeal, but my favorite absolute way to fish for steelhead is with spinners, because it's such a visual way to catch a steelhead. In these small creeks, you can just absolutely see them come and hammer a spinner. And there's just nothing better than seeing a fish come up and hammer a spinner. So I said this past weekend, we ended up catching 2 fish. Kelly got her first steelhead ever, and then I caught one actually about 10 or 15 minutes after that. So they were very, very different fish, very different reasons why they were eating. So Kelly's fish was the first type of fish that you're going to encounter in the spring when these fish are up and spawning or just about to spawn. Hers was a big male, and that fish was really territorial, super aggressive. He was actually, when we came up on him from downstream, he was underneath a log, and there was a couple other steelhead around him, and there was actually even like a little 14-inch trout in there with him. And he was just absolutely tearing around, chasing all these other fish off, trying to get rid of these other fish. So he was just absolutely super aggressive. So we kind of crept up on him, and Kelly made a couple of casts, probably about a dozen casts. And there was like 6 or 8 times where this fish was so close to eating that spinner, would just veer off at the last second. And then, like I said, on about that 12th cast, that fish is absolutely committed to it. Kelly set the hook into it, and it just went absolutely crazy. I think over the course of the fight, that fish jumped like 7 times. And I thought for sure we were going to lose it, because it went immediately downstream under a log and started jumping around some other wood and logs in the water. Now, the unfortunate thing is, when Kelly hooked that fish, she ended up falling down. And, you know, me being the gentleman husband that I am, instead of helping my wife up, I actually grabbed the rod from her and just kind of kept the fish on, so that when she had a chance to get it on her feet, get down to the water, that she would be able to take back over and get that fish. So kind of a funny story, but I wish it really hadn't just happened and she had got it like all by herself. But like I said, I had the rod in my hands for about 15 or 20 seconds, did manage to keep the fish on for her, handed the rod off to her, and then she got to play the fish out the rest of the way, and then I got to net it for her. Just an absolutely incredible fish, absolutely incredible fight. Okay, so that's the first kind of fish that you're going to encounter, the super aggressive territorial fish. And they're so much fun to see because you can just see them coming for that spinner before they eat it. It's just absolutely incredible. Now, the second kind of fish you're going to run into is the fish that I caught. My fish was actually a female fish. Once we had caught her, you could actually tell that that fish had already spawned. There was no more eggs in that fish. And she just came out of absolutely nowhere. I was just casting, you know, like a likely looking spot, you know, a little bit deeper, some nice laydowns across it. I threw that spinner out. It's coming across the current, and this fish just absolutely came out of nowhere and absolutely hammered that spinner. She had it so good that she had it like way down in her throat, and she was hooked in the gills a little bit. I was able to pop the hook out, but she was bleeding pretty good. So whenever you have a fish like that that's bleeding profusely like that, you kind of have 2 options. You just want to hold them in the water and see if they recover if you're planning on releasing the fish, or if it doesn't seem like the fish is going to recover, just go ahead and harvest the fish. Steelhead are good eating. Even the ones that have been in there for a while aren't going to taste that bad. So no problem harvesting a fish. Like I said, the fish that I had, I held it in the water, got a couple of pictures, but then held it in the water, and it definitely clotted up, and then the fish started kicking, and I let her go, and we watched her for a few minutes, and she was totally fine. She stayed upright, was kind of swimming around the hole that I caught her out of, and was probably going to be pretty fine. So like I said, I have no problem harvesting a fish, but I also like to let him go if I can. So, like I said, those are the two kind of fish you're going to run into spinner fishing. It's absolutely incredible. You know, you can either see the aggressive or territorial fish coming to hit your spinner, or you get the fish that just comes out of nowhere and grabs a spinner. It's so cool, so much fun. We had a great day. I'm so excited for Kelly catching her first steelhead, and I know she had a great time too. So I hope you guys enjoy this footage. Sorry this intro was so long, but there was just a lot of things I wanted to talk about. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoy the footage.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Damn it.
Okay, that fish is super aggressive. Just be careful.
That was the cast, though. Like right in there.
That was super close. There's another fish right there with him, too.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, he hit it. Just a little bit. I don't know if he got
a feel for it at all.
feel for it or not.
Yeah.
Just barely nipped at it.
It's close.
Might have got a touch of it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. So close. Oh my god. It's so freaking close. It's like crazy close.
Oh, come on.
God, look at the boil from him even coming for it. Oh my
I don't think he got a touch of it the first
Oh my
time.
god.
Oh,
Got him.
got him.
Oh, okay, come this way, Here. Oh shit. Here, come down here. It's still your fish. Oh shit. Oh my gosh, he might be off. I don't know.
Oh, he's still on.
Here, hold this. Quick.
Got it.
Still got him. Here. That's definitely your fish still. Oh my gosh. Here, right?
Oh god.
You got it. Just pull him my way, just real nice and easy, all right?
Oh man, that's a nice fish.
I just have to be sure I'm gonna get him before I go for him, all right?
Yeah.
We got him. He's all right. I got him. That's a super nice fish.
Yeah, I totally fell down. I was trying to come around to keep him from going that way, and I fell.
That's a nice fish. That's a really good fish.
Wow. It makes him look a lot bigger, getting him out of the net like that. Okay.
Okay. Just set him in the water, facing upstream. Look how freaking awesome that fish is. His top fin's beat up. Other than that, he's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Come here, dude. He's okay. That's a beautiful fish. Look how pretty he is.
Well,
Let him go.
you sure?
He's all right. Water's cold.
Just right to the bottom and sits.
Yeah, he'll sit there. He'll sit there and sulk.
Wow.
Yep, I got a couple really good pictures, so that's good.
Yeah, he literally went 5 feet.
He'll sit there and sulk until he recovers. Team effort too. That's freaking crazy. Well, you hooked him, and I don't think I've ever seen one go that crazy when you hooked.
Took off.
Oh, and he started jumping, and
Yeah. And
somehow we
I
got
was
him.
trying to get down here so that he wouldn't go into stuff that way, and I just fell. I slipped and fell.
Oh, there's one right there. Nice female. Oh gosh. Come on, don't do that shit. I got it. Actually, can you come help me? Never mind, I got her. Never mind, sorry. She come right to me, so.
Oh, there you go.
Bam!
I missed it. I wasn't looking.
Look at that. She choked that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. She just ate that thing though. Oh my god. Come out of nowhere and chowed it down. I don't think she's bleeding anymore. Maybe just a touch.
Yeah.
She's already lost a lot of blood, but she's kicking good.
Yeah.
You gonna go? Let her go and see what she does. She looks okay. I don't know.